The month of June gave many Nebraska crop producers headaches with severe weather. Many areas of the state were hit hard by hail throughout the month. Now, after several weeks, some fields were a complete wash while others have been replanted. Since those storms have passed, it's been a whirlwind of work for crop producers, insurance adjusters, and extension educators alike. Between stand assessment and trying to figure out what their plans would be moving forward, there's been a lot on the plates of those affected by the storm.
It's a blessing to see new regrowth in these damaged and destroyed fields. But there's some challenges, thinking about weed control going forward, thinking about all the cost with all of this, depending on if they had free seed, chemical availability, seed availability, if they have bins to store things. Just a lot of different decisions that farmers have been thinking about, and now moving forward, we still have to manage this crop the same way.
Unfortunately, getting those impacted fields replanted is just the tip of the iceberg. While many producers were able to get replanted in a hurry, there are a whole host of issues to look out for, especially as their crops are going through the vegetative stages just in time for the arrival of pests like the Japanese beetle.
The biggest thing that, in our area of the state anyway, Japanese beetles arrived already. And so we typically have a threshold once we hit tasseling in corn, but we don't really have a threshold for the vegetative stages of corn. And so what I've been telling guys, because we've got little corn right now and we got Japanese beetles feeding on these plants, so we're saying about 30% defoliation. I was talking to Bob Wright about that, and we're going to go with that same 30% defoliation to cause that trigger for corn before tassel, similar to soybeans before flowering. We're going to go with that 30% defoliation.
Jenny tells us this is a trying time for anyone involved in crop production, and producers should take some time, even if it's limited, to focus on their own well-being.
Because it's been really hard, and we've had loss throughout the state, whether it was the wildfires early on, the drought throughout the state, all this hail damage, and it's not just this area of the state, it's throughout the state. We've had big hailstorms, and I think when we're in crisis mode, we don't have time to really process this amount of loss. But when farmers were in those tractors having to destroy their old crop that they put so much time and effort and money into, it's really important that we're still talking with each other, that we're thinking about our mental wellness as well, trying to reduce stress and anxiety as much as possible, even though this whole replanting situation, it just, especially for guys who forward contracted a lot, that stress is just another level for them. So we just encourage everyone, keep talking to each other, find ways, healthy ways to reduce stress. Exercise, prayer, relying on your faith, working on a hobby, going fishing, just different things like that. But it's just really important. We don't talk about it enough in ag, but it's definitely something I've seen, I've heard in the fields, I've sensed with every single conversation I've had.
As Jenny mentioned, these can be tough times for producers. If you're in need of help with your own mental health after events like this, the Rural Response Hotline is ready to help. That includes access to attorneys, financial advisors, professional counselors, and more to help. We've taken the liberty of posting several links to that could be a help for you on the Market Journal website.